You're having a heart attack right now as we speak, a massive one, so we have to act pretty quickly. I just wish I wasn't so hungover. I'm kidding. What? I'm gonna go get all glammed up for our big date, and I'll see you in the OR. Look at me. Everything's gonna be fine, all right?
Good, all right.
He's not gonna make it.
Clerks III is the product of an egoless filmmaker with nothing to lose. While Jay and Silent Bob Reboot was technically Kevin Smith's first feature after miraculously surviving a widowmaker cardiac arrest, Clerks III marks his creative reckoning with the life-altering event. It's the meditative culmination of a father, husband, and geekdom advocate who came face to face with his mortality. Smith's abundant nerd culture metaphors synchronize with a gracious wholesomeness that's unexpected in a franchise stuffed with everything from corpse boners to fast food donkey shows. So, come for the crudeness, stay for the reflective existential warmth like a Death Star pointed at our emotions. Smith reopens Quick Stop Groceries once more to find Jeff Anderson's Randal and Brian O'Halloran's Dante still behind the register, bickering about Star Wars. Randal's normal routine, however, is interrupted by an unexpected force, what's classified as a widowmaker heart attack. You know, the exact condition Smith himself conquered. With a new outlook on life, Randal decides his second chance shouldn't be wasted and enlists Dante to help him produce an autobiographical movie based on their exploits as convenience store clerks. Sound familiar? It should. Randal essentially remakes Clerks in the most meta of career retrospectives. What follows is a product of maturation, despite potty-mouth lewdness and blazes of medicinal glory. Clerks and Clerks II, for all their explicit dialogue exchanges, come from a place of sincerity, but Clerks III is the awakening of a reborn Smith. Smith confidently confronts Dante and Randal in decidedly unfunny positions thanks to life's cruelty and dares to wrestle situational comedy out of their anxious midlife crisis tragedies. That's not to say Clerks III itself is unfunny. Smith doesn't shy away from his bread-and-butter gags that define the first two movies, fondly remembering the joys of salsa sharks and milk inspectors. He implements the guise of remake familiarity to soften the personal rawness present in Randal's toxic unfulfillment and Dante's internal sad sack suffering. Smith's writing not only serves his healthily beating heart on a platter, but also allows him to take the South Park approach to skewer Clerks and Clerks II, where he's learned better. He closes the chapter on his most beloved franchise sandbox, but not without saying an appropriate goodbye. Smith's adopted mantra of making movies for himself is the key to Clerks III, fighting back against the demands of studio notes that changed the original Clerks ending. O'Halloran and Anderson aren't just asked to play rooftop hockey or belittle customers a third time. Dante and Randal conquer fears, shed tears, and face faithful music as life's unavoidable catastrophes hurricane over New Jersey. Insults through comic book references we expect, but expressly wounded performances from O'Halloran and Anderson are only one example of the unexpectedness of Smith's new directorial arsenal. It's hard to say Clerks III is for superfans because Smith's aversion to predictability might lose comedy-forward viewers. Jay and Silent Bob appear tamer, while the overall mood veers more soulfully dramatic. Still, the nostalgia trip does become redundant in a few instances that feel more like a clip show than backdoor reappraisal. At almost 2 hours, some midsection bloat could use relief, if only because Smith's at his best when subverting, protesting, and mocking everyone's assumptions about what Clerks III should be. Just another raunchy workplace daydream.
I don't want this movie to be about other movies. I want it to be about me.
Clerks III delivers all the inappropriate, cuss-cluttered humor and pot smoke that is Kevin Smith's trademark, but evolves his sentimentality beyond bong-ripping wisdom. The third Clerks installment is a moving ode to working-class nobodies that amplifies Smith's touchstone sincerity above Randal's not-so-passive aggression or Jay's lit-for-days attitude. Quibbles about the film's length and its less successful attempts at humor are minor ones in a sequel that's satisfying in more ways than presumed possible. For more on Clerks III, watch Kevin Smith explain how his heart attack inspired the movie, and for everything else, stick with IGN.